All right, guys, so let's talk about the $10,000 upfront simple AI agency offer that you can offer to local businesses or even online businesses that will make you a lot of money if you do it properly, okay? And I have a chart up in front of me here that is going to explain pretty much the bottlenecks of every service-based business out there and how we can help them, okay? Because what an AI agency is, in my terms and on my channel, what you guys know for me is simply just offering solutions around marketing and then also technically AI automation to help these clients that we work with to get more sales, okay? And that's my big problem with the AI automation space is everyone on YouTube tells you to go build NAN solutions and chatbots and all this other stuff for business owners that simply just don't need it, okay? Because it's not going to make them more money. The AI agency offer here will help our clients make more money. So let's jump into it. So firstly, what is the gap that every service-based business owner faces? Okay, whether it's a real estate agent, okay, in your local neighborhood, or it's a roofer, a plumber, or even a marketing agency owner, okay, or someone in an online space, right? Number one, they need leads, okay? Number two, they need getting appointments. They need to get appointments on their calendar, as in sales appointments. And then number three is they need to close the deals, okay? So that gives us solutions that we can jump in and help solve for these business owners, okay? So here's the key point is getting leads is the number one thing over everything, because if we don't have leads, we can't really get appointments. And if we don't have appointments, we can't close deals. And I'm talking from a client perspective, okay? This is things we want to help our clients with, whether it's all of those industries I just mentioned to you. So when it comes to getting leads, the first thing we can do is we can run AI ads on Facebook and Instagram, okay? We can use a platform that I'll look up right now, arcads.ai. You guys have probably seen them before. I've mentioned them a lot before on this channel. But essentially, you can generate scripts with ChatGPT, like an ad video script for your clients. So you can go to ChatGPT and say, hey, imagine if I'm a real estate agent in Seattle, Washington, and I want to help my client, or I want to help my real estate agent client get more deals through, I don't know, free homes list or whatever the client's offer is on the marketing. We can use this tool called arcads.ai. I'm going to sign into it real quick and give it this script, and essentially it will generate us a human looking ad, okay? Which is crazy, okay? And it only costs $10 per video to do. All of you guys watching this here can get this yourself. And boom, here's what it looks like. You pretty much just click this plus button. It'll look like this. I have some examples already in here for me. But you can essentially just put in the script that ChatGPT gives you right here, tweak it, make sure it sounds good, and then you choose actors of your choice, okay? These are all human-looking AI actors. You can see there's a lot of actors to choose from, like so. And then you can kind of preview each one and see, what they sound like. I don't know if this will play.
Hey you, welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the natural...
Hey you, welcome to Arcads.
Okay, so you guys get the point. So that's what this is. You choose a couple of the actors you want and you give it your script, you click generate, wait 20 to 30 minutes, and then boom, you have a video like this. I'll play an example.
Are you a real estate agent who is still struggling to get more listings in 2025? In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you my team, and I are helping over 100 agents like yourself make more money for less work and less time needed than ever before using AI in 2025. No need to use Zillow referrals or cold call ever again. Here's how it works.
Boom. So these are videos that you can use as ads, okay? And surprisingly, they're converting really well right now from a lot of the campaigns that I'm currently running, okay, on Facebook and Instagram. And a lot of people I work with, I see from them. So whole point is like you guys can make the script however you want. Obviously, this script was more actually from an agency perspective. So these are ads that you'd run for your own AI agency to try to get real estate agents as clients. But you can also do it from a client-facing perspective. So you can generate scripts like I mentioned here, from a real estate agent perspective, trying to hit potential home buyers or home sellers, or from a roofer's perspective, trying to hit more people who need to get the roof replaced, right? This is, you can make these scripts however you'd like, okay? And you can generate as many as you would like with all these actors. You can make 100 of these, right? Obviously it costs some money, but even just getting 3 of these ads only costs $30. So it's a very, very powerful tool, all right? And then what we do is we can actually outsource this stuff, which I'll talk about in a minute. But that's the first thing we do for clients, which is getting leads. Number 2 is we need to get them appointments, all right? And this is where AI callers come in place. So if you guys are familiar with AI callers today, they're working really, really, really well, and they're only getting bigger, okay? And if when I say AI caller and you don't know what that is, essentially an AI caller is like, imagine if you got a phone call on your phone, right? And you pick up, you say, who is this? And it sounds like a human who's talking to you, but it's really an AI robot. And this AI robot can call 100, 1,000, even 10,000 people at one singular time and get a point across and talk and have a conversation like a human would and try to fill an objective. So the objective of the AI callers and agents we're going to build for our clients would be to obviously set an appointment. So these people, that we run ads for, they get leads through the ads we run ads for. Or I said that wrong. They're going to get leads through the ads that we run for our client. And then once these leads opt in, we immediately 5 minutes after a lead opts in, we have an agent, an AI caller, call up this lead, book them into an appointment with our client, and then our client, ideally within the next 2 to 3 days, has an appointment with this lead we actually got them. Okay. And that, of course, can generate a lot of money for clients, depending on whatever industry you're in, if they have appointments that come flowing through on their calendar. So when it comes to AI callers, there's a few really good platforms right now. I'm going to pull up one and I'm going to show you guys that is working really, really well right now. Okay, so if you guys look up the platform called Retail AI, they are arguably number one in the space right now. I'm going to have a lot more videos that come out soon on them, on everything they do from A to Z and how to set it up. I'm actually working on a 10-hour AI agency free course currently right now that's going to release in January of 2026, and it's going to feature a full-on guide on all of this stuff on how to build retail AI agents for obviously voice AI. But they are really, really good right now. You guys can check them out. You don't need to know how to code or do any of that to build this stuff. I dropped out of college. Okay, I hate coding. I don't know how to do any of that, but obviously I can make this stuff work. So this is the best platform I'm seeing currently right now. I've recommended a lot of other softwares and platforms on my channel before, but this is the one I'm seeing work really, really well right now. Okay, so now that we've gotten obviously the lead, we've gotten the appointment, last thing we need to help our client with is closing the deal. Okay, so when it comes to closing the deal, it's kind of dependent on how we can help our client here, right? Because our clients might have a much better knowledge than we do about selling in the real estate industry or the roofing industry, right? So we kind of got to think on our own, like how can we fit in and help our client with the last kind of finishing out the race of the closing the client deal, right? Because they have everything up until the closing the deal on the call. And if they fumble that, obviously the deal falls through. So how do we help them get there? What I've seen, especially working with a lot of local businesses, is their sales process and their sales scripts and their frameworks and how they approach things absolutely suck. You would think because they're older, maybe I'm kind of using stereotypes here, but like the mom and pop shops, the 30, 40, 50, even 60-year-old business owners that have been doing this stuff for decades, you think they'd have a super refined sales process. A lot of the times they actually don't, okay? And simply doing an AI search into something like ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, Gemini, and giving the context on our client's business and saying, help me with the sales process here, you're going to actually get a better sales process and framework than what they're currently using. And of course, that we can bring value and help our client obviously close the deal doing this. And then that lastly leads to one thing, is if all that goes through, obviously the client makes money. And again, we can outsource all of this stuff as we go through here, especially as you scale. Okay. I actually don't recommend people outsource themselves and hire people to, like media buyers and AI developers and then, VAs or assistants to help, them kind of rebuild their sales script. I don't recommend agency owners actually do this stuff until they have closed a lot of clients previously before, because anyone that's hired, anyone that's had done leadership positions in companies, that in order to get good talent and make sure they retain and they do a good job, is you need to know how to help them in the first place, right? Like if you've never generated leads before, got an appointment before, or even closed a deal before for one of your clients, it's going to be very hard to educate someone on how to do that because you've never done it yourself. So that's why I recommend when it comes to actually outsourcing this stuff, you do it after you have 5, 10, 20, 30 clients, right? But in the scenario, let's say that you do have enough, clients or money to just outsource this thing. When it comes to fulfilling, you can outsource this stuff simply by, of course, when it comes to running ads, you can hire what's called a media buyer. But essentially, you can use this tool, ArcAds. Like I said, it takes 20 to 30 minutes to generate this video with a script that takes you probably 5 minutes to make. So it's really not that hard anyway, but a media buyer could set everything up for you in Facebook, make sure the ads are running properly, etc. And then an AI developer, of course, can help you, build out these AI callers for your clients on retail or whatever platform, you're using for your voice agents. But again, it doesn't take much time to set up. I recommend all of you do this yourself first. And then lastly, an AI developer, you can hire almost like an assistant or a VA, someone overseas that's competent enough to help your client, rebuild their sales process and their script and help them with that, right? And all of these things lead to money. This is a system right here doing all of these services combined, what I just mentioned to you, say for about a 3-month long program, is something that you can sell for $5,000 to $10,000 upfront. Okay. I have in the title probably, or at least I said it in the intro, the simple AI agency offer, right? This is simple. This is not confusing. I'm not giving you guys a billion different automations and kind of connections and triggers and workflows that you have to do to actually make money. No, okay? And I'm also not going to sit here and say that's how you should, do things in the first place. Because a lot of, like I mentioned earlier, my problem with the AI agency space, especially on YouTube, is everyone is very consumed into building agents on platforms like retail. And that's all they do. They spend their days building AI agents, but they don't spend their days actually making money. It doesn't matter if you have the best AI chatbot or the best AI voice agent in the world. If you aren't making money, you have no one to fulfill for, right? And that's something people just, I guess, don't consider. So start by selling these solutions, and over time, as you have more clients, you'll get better at fulfilling, okay? Much better than you would be just studying on the solution all day long, right? So that's a very, very big lesson I would take away from this. And yeah, that is the simple AI agency offer that I've used, a lot of people I know are using, and it's crushing it right now, right? Because it's one of these solutions that everyone needs. Everyone needs leads, appointments, more deals, okay? Especially local businesses, and they will pay the right people to do it. So that's why we come in and we kind of fill that gap in the market, and you can make a lot of money in the process. You can make as low as a few $1,000s a month, spending probably not too much time on it, to people that are making hundreds of thousands a month, right? Depending on how much effort you put into it. So guys, that being said, I hope you found this video valuable. If you want to learn more from me, learn more about what I do have my private AI agency mastermind, which is essentially just a mastermind of a bunch of people running this type of business model. I'll have it be the top link in the description below. You'll get calls with me almost daily. You'll get all the snapshots, resources, things. I use CRMs internally to set this stuff up. And yeah, it's overall just a great community of people doing this, all like-minded and crushing it. So if you guys want to check it out and learn from me, you guys can check out the top link in the description there. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My Instagram will be in the description as well. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.